This is Divine Sunshine coming to you live. Right now, I said Spirit told me to come and talk to you guys about. I feel that little piece. Come to you all, to my divine feminines. Some things have been coming to me and kind of share a little bit of a dream, a little bit of dream. I dream of twin flames, kind of one. Yes, I got a new look. I got a little tired of my hair with me down here in the basement. I have like humidity. I don't know if that's the point, but I was kind of like, I guess maybe without these energies and grounding, I was kind of like at the point is like I change. And this just came all over me and sudden. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna get some braids because I'm not gonna keep on going back and forth with this hair issue. With it, I didn't cut it, I didn't did it, I didn't long. It was red, it was this, and I was like, something about it, I'm just not settled. Hey, yeah, you got your notification? Wonderful. Hey, Kia. Yeah, so that's good. So I'm glad that you did. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to just totally do something different. So I'm going to start off with, oh, thank you. So I'm going to start off with the dream. So I had a dream, you know, I had twin flame dreams, and this is pretty when I wake right up. It's pretty much for the collective. So excuse me for the graphic nature of it first. Again, and thank you for you all's patience too of waiting, because I had to, you know, these energies, they just have really been all over the place and trying to ground for myself, ground for the collective, ground for the DM. And I told you, you know, I felt like it was just too much going on and I didn't want to get on it, and plus I had to do, I call it go into the matrix and do stuff for work and try to balance all that stuff. So I said, let me go on and apologize that I haven't been on there like I had wanted to as well. Yes. Okay. So what I wanted to do, I look just like my niece. My God, if I could post a picture of her, she's like, no, don't do it. She's lighter and got freckles. But when I first got it, I said, oh my God, I look like my niece. But anyway, so the Booker, my dad's jeans is coming out. So this is really dad just with some braids coming out. But so I had the dream, stay focused. So I had the dream. So the dream was the DMI was driving. And so, excuse me for the graphic nature. So it looked like the you know, the DM had me over his lap, and like he was driving, but I was like with my booty tooted up, and I was laying over his lap. And so then he was trying to like really have intercourse, have sex with me in that position. So he was like, I had on like some yoga stretch pants on, and so he kept on trying to pull the pants down so he can kind of like the Karma Sutra card, so we can have a connection, let's put it that way, so he could penetrate, period. This is adult, so this ain't for kids. So if you're kids, you need to leave the room. So he was pulling, so he's driving, I'm over his lap, like over, and so then he's trying to pull it so he can kind of again have penetration. And so he was putting it, but then when he was trying to put his joystick, I'll be nice that way, in to make the connection, he kept on trying to stick it into not the no so natural place that you do your connections with. So as trying to do that, I kept on saying, no, you got the wrong place where you're trying to make the connection. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. So I say, I told you I don't like when you do that. So that's not gonna work. So in the dream, he was kept on doing it. And so he's like, you ain't got no underwear on. I was like, yeah, they're yoga pants. What you expect me to do? So I say, I'm not wearing no underwear with no yoga pants, no stretch pants on. So anyway, so this natural conversation we would have. And so then he did eventually, when I said, listen here, this position you got me in, laying over where I don't have no strength, I can't do anything, I got to sit up. So I sat up, I proceeded to, so he was like, I was sitting in his lap, he was driving, I was sitting, and then I was like, okay, now that's better. We can have a connection this way, but I can't have the connection in that other kind of position where I'm laying over. Okay, so now translation time for the dream. So what it is that, again, collectively, a lot of the divine feminines, that's why I say it's girl time, girl chat, we're feeling that the divine masculines are the ones who are in the driver's seat. They are commanding the relationship. we feel like we don't have any power, because in that position there, that's almost like when your parent or your father, they believed in whooping you, giving you whoopings. They say, go over and lay over my lap, and they proceed to on while you on the lap. So now I'm in a position to presume for punishment by being like that. So that's why divine feminines feel like where you got me doing is we are driving. However, the position you got me in is putting me in a position to have my ass out there, and this naturally for you to go ahead and to whoop me, to give me punishment. Okay, it's like S&M, like I'm a glutton for punishment. Okay, at the same time, driving, trying to put it in. Anytime you have that, I know I've seen that, that's a sign of dominance of that kind of sexual position by having anal. So that is a right there, that's saying again that many of us feel like the divine masculine are trying to dominate us, also putting us in a position that is self-punishment or gluttony or S&M or whatever, like they're in charge and we can't say anything, like they tell us, you know, what to do, what position to be in, how we're going to be the position in a relationship or the connection, and then they're the ones driving. We feel now at this time where we are as divine feminists, it's time for us to take the power back, for us to sit. If we're going to do it, we're both going to take control and do it together. Not you do it, because the way you do it, it gives me punishment as the divine feminine energies. But we do it together and we drive. And I was like, okay, now I feel like it's better. So I want to tap into those energies right now, because I feel collectively for the divine feminine aspect, some of us are in so many variances of, and plus I'm telling you, with the energies that's happening now, the 1221 portals coming up, this sign of union of coming together is coming up in so many ways. Some of it is just union with yourself. Some of it is just union with you finding your bliss. Some of the things as far as union is going to be is pretty much in a way that is may or may not be with your person. And I'm not putting it out there, and I'm not triggering anyone. So I do want to invoke the violet flame over you, that I'm not triggering into that aspect. But again, I am a realist, and I put all of the options out there. And I do understand that from the clients that I talk to, I try to hit all variances of this twin flame journey, or as Sean said, that you all missed it. You all really, 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 really missed it by not being a part of the event that we held on 12/12. Very good. Please, again, it's a good investment. Go and get the replay of it, all the different aspects. Sean was talking again. He was like, get the twin flame terminology off the table. Just be very good advice. You see me, I plugged that on there. As far as the little sneak peek that I did let you all see, very good advice that was given by all the speakers. So go to divineunisols11.co and make sure that you also get that. Again, it's for $22, and right now for you to get it, it's all that, and plus Mama Booker comes on there and she gives her thing, and she was something about that 12 portal into that 1214 portal. That was strong. She was popping off stuff, just going off on the divine masculine. It wasn't funny. When I showed that little sneak peek, wasn't but just a little bit, but she was just popping off on the divine masculine, just reading them. You talk about the tea, like Ethereal say, they was getting the tea read by a senior, seasoned. It's like, child, I done been there, done that. I don't know what kind of game you trying to play, but I know one thing: you need to get yourself together, because you going down the toilet. And that's so many words that what Ma was saying. So it was really good, that. So that's also, I gave that in as a bonus too. That was free as well, to see about the current with the energies with the divine masculine read. So that was really fun to do. But back to what I'm saying. So let's really take a look. I got some new cards. I'm so excited. That's why I say sometimes, let me rest. And when I come back twice as strong. I have to go recharge, because I'm an Aries. Aries have to, again, we burn ourselves out, and when we do that, it's like, okay, I gotta go recharge my battery. I'm down to 25%. That Saturday event took a lot out of me too, but it was good too. So let's look and see what, again, enough of me talking and giving my spiel as I wait for everybody to file on in. Hey, Mert. Hi, you from Turkey? Oh, my God. I am so honored. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Someone from another country. Oh, I love it. To bring that energy and vibes to this reading today. Thank you so very much for stopping by, too. All right, then. So here's the energies that the divine feminine is working with right now. So we talk about that energies again. The divine feminine saying, hey, if we're going to do this, it's got to be a shift in power. If we're going to do this drive, we got to do it together. It ain't going to be no dominance the way that you're doing it. So Source is saying, this is the overall energies we got to get into divine feminines is, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. So just like I said at the beginning, I'm a realist. We're getting moved into that energy of understanding that Source is saying, you know what, this is, I'm putting it all out there. It ain't nothing to hide at this point. I'm putting it all out there. Many divine feminists is feeling they're at this point about that. Okay, I'm a twin flame, or right now I'm in my divine feminine energies, or I'm in my divine masculine energies, those things. And it's just really like right now with the divine masculine, like, listen here, that ain't working. I'm tired of playing it your way. I'm not hiding this before. And let's be honest, many of us was kind of playing to their tune, kind of skipping to it, and then all of a sudden now we're at the point they're saying, you know what, I can't do this no more. I can't do that anymore. Again, also the Saturn and the Neptune energies, definitely Saturn, who is really a hard taskmaster, like the father figure. The fathers knows best. The 50s dad is like, when I said no, I said no. I can't go out with my friends. What did I say? You said no. Okay, that's my answer, right? Yeah. So that's the same kind of energy that the Saturn is giving. It's like, you can't play with your little friend. What you mean? The divine master, he ain't acting right. It's some things that's got to be shifted. Or if you're not acting right, divine feminine, some things is going to be shifted. Okay, so this is where it is. Nothing to hide. This is where you are now. No more hiding behind excuses about why you can't get into your bliss. None of that stuff. You got to put it all out there on the table. Next thing is saying, everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. So what it's telling to me is like, stop saying everything is happening to me. Nothing just happens. It happens just. There are going to be a lot of things that's coming to you right now, divine feminine, that you're going to have to find yourself cutting off. That's the same thing. That's funny. With before I got on here, my stylist is like, what happened? You cancel. You usually don't. You always, you know, making your appointments and things like that. And I was like, well, you know where I'm at right now. I was like, you know what? I want to try some braids right now. So things are, and it was just a spare of the moment. I just said, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this change. And that's it. And that's where you are for your freedom and your liberation, because at that time I felt like I was slave to my hair. My hair was going all over the place. It wasn't acting right. And so this is one way you might feel at this time, this liberation, things are going to happen to you that's going to cause you to say, you know what, I feel like I can stand no more. I can stand all I can't stand anymore. Okay. So the Princess of Mercy. So the Princess of Mercy here is giving, is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. So what it's saying to me is being in the receptive mode, allowing for spirit to easily let things flow to you, put you at the place that you're supposed to be, and allow people to come step into your life that needs to be, to help you to learn, for you to do that. And so again, at this energy, it says the energy of the universe is merciful. So it is forgiving at this time. It's being very merciful. It's giving you things. It's giving you grace. As CPN Texas told me, she say some things we're getting that grace period from spirit. So we can kind of work out some things. We might kind of bump our head, do things wrong. And spirit said all these things here now, it's not going to be held accountable or held against you. Yes, the divine and guidance speaks. I came in union with myself. Go with the flow. I like this. Oh, it's not you, not you. It doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Right, Captain D. That wasn't the slip. That was on time. Hey, Kelly. I came in union with myself. Go with the flow. Release all expectations and titles. The stress was too much. Very good. That's the same thing what Sean had said. Sean said the same thing. He said, let all that go about the titles and things like that. And same thing I was thinking too. I was like, you know what? It's the only thing is to see, and I just keep it 100. You know, YouTube has you playing to those kind of like patterns and cookie frames and all that stuff like that, where you got to use DM and DF so people can come flock to your channel. Right now, I really feel like I want to take the DM and DF off the channel. That's good. Me saying I have nothing to hide, because the energies right now is really about who's the lighthouse, who's staying in it, who say I'm in it to win it in this journey, and who's the ones that's just out there and I'm just exploring. That's really the energies where we are. It's not the divine, the positive and the negative. It's just like, okay, that. So that takes all those titles off of the table right there, because you know all of us have that go-getter. Okay, well then I'm on my DM energies, and all of us have that where we emotional and we within and we trying to shift things around within ourselves. Well, you're in the divine feminine energies then. So, you know, that's the only way I can get people to draw and understand that the channel is you have those titles, which again is becoming obsolete. So you figure, how do you go play to the YouTube algorithms to get in there so people can understand the good stuff that you're doing? Well, you got to play the game. But that's not really what we talk about, because this really, to me, is not divine feminine. It's like if you're really emotional, in your emotions, how are you feeling inside? What's the spiritual turning and the changes that's going energetically within yourself? This is what's got to be that you're going through. Should I go with this journey or should I stay where I am? This is where we are. So the next thing is, love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. That goes back to what is that divinely guided speak stated as well. This is it. This is what we talk about, this union that's coming up for this 1221 portal. How are you marrying yourself? How are you asking yourself in marriage about where you're going, how you're finding your bliss? This is where I talked about that on Saturday. How is it where you are and who you are? How is this helping you? So the thing of love, love is your bliss, following bliss. How does that set you free? This is where we are. So you're marrying your own soul, which again is coming together with those energies within yourself and saying, you know, how I think and how I feel. How do those go together? Because I could tell you sometimes within myself, sometimes they're going in two different directions. And I have to say, hey, everybody, let's pull it together. That's half the battle. Some of us, keeping it real, don't need to bring anybody else to the table with you until you get both these two energies to come together. Yeah. That how you thinking about life and how you feeling about life. Once you know where you're going and those two things come together, then you can really be talking about bringing somebody else to the table. But you know, I can't stand it. Well, it's COVID. I've been by myself for a while here. I need me somebody. I need me a warm body. So some of us, that's where we kind of at. So what's the heart of the matter? What's the heart of the matter of where we are? Okay. Where's the heart of the matter for the divine feminine energies? Clear emotionally. Where are we as far as on this journey? Clear. Past life relationships. You have known each other before. What was I watching then? They was talking about that. I think it was Virgo, the Oracle, and she was talking about for my that seemed like a person reading, although it was a general one that she had there, and she was talking about these past lives and how clear the patterns of the past life was kind of keeps on going over and over again, how the DM energies were acting, were not really committing to the relationship because they felt, in so many words, like they can feel instinctively that in your past life you had already had pretty much kind of bow down or let things kind of roll over you beforehand, because that's the way you act in your past life. And so some kind of way instinctively they're going off from that. That reminds me of time talking about my mom and my dad. My grandmother was very extremely unconditional and very forgiving woman. And I remember my dad did something that my mom let my dad have it about. And my dad was like, I thought you was going to be like your mother. I thought you was going to let that slide. My mom was like, I am not my mother. I don't know where you think. I'm gonna speak up. That right there was wrong. I don't do that. I'm not gonna go get in the business and tell everybody what it was. But she checked dad, and dad's like, well, I thought you was gonna be kind of forgiving like your mom. She's like, no, we two different people. That's the same thing that the divine feminine is saying. That was me in another lifetime. Don't expect me to come to this lifetime and continue to express the same way. And I think that's what a lot of sometimes the divine masculine energies, or the person who is the explorer, let's put it that way, is looking at the person who's the lighthouse, because they're saying, hey, you the lighthouse, you're supposed to stay firmly rooted where you are. I'm supposed to be lost at sea. I'm supposed to look at you to tell me which direction I'm supposed to be going. And you're like, yeah, that is true, but that don't mean at the same time to expect that. And that's where you go wrong. And that goes back to what we're saying, no expectations. They put expectations on us just like we put expectations on them. The lighthouse expects, the explorer to find their way back home. And the explorer looks to the lighthouse to always be steadily there to shine the light where they are. Like I can go bounce around out here and go from port to port and be like Gilligan's Island. But I know that lighthouse there, and it's going to tell me which way to go back home, where home is. That's the thing, the imbalance that we have to deal with. So understanding what we have here about past life. Remember, I give coaching in between. I just don't do card, and that's it. So here we go. Past life relationships. You have known each other before. This is, again, all glitters that goes. All that glitters is not gold. This is, again, because of this past relationship here, there has been I'm hearing the word sliding scale. What's good for one, what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. What's good for this one, it reminds me of like one of my students in my classroom. She keeps on telling us that we can't talk during because she's trying to learn, but then she's the first one to start talking while on Zoom or on online learning and telling me about everything that's going on and happening in her learning. We're like, hold on a second, the rule can't apply to you, to us, but then it don't apply to you. What's that about? So this is what I'm feeling here with this glitter thing here. When we talk about these past life relationships here, it's a sliding scale that's going on here. It's because of the past life. It's like, oh, because I know you, I know I'm good, right? I'm good, right? And there's so many times that you can use that as an excuse. So every time it's like, well, we family, or somebody does something, let's say hair, let's put it that way. And because I did have a cousin that she did hair, a lot of times she would leave me like the last customer to be doing, because she's like, well, I'm gonna take you home anyway. Well, how I don't have something to do? Maybe because I'm in high school, maybe I need to do some homework or something. Don't leave me the last. I could catch the bus home. So that, again, is because I know you, that familiarity. You know how people do this because they think they know you, so they don't really, put that little extra into it because they're like, oh, yeah, they good. I know them. And it's like, okay, but you're getting over. You're taking advantage of it. So this, again, all this glitter. Again, this is some mask that's being worn here too as well. I'm picking up also because of that. They know the past life was like they're going to be there like the lighthouse. That's the issue. This is the heart of matter, because they know that this is what you're feeling because you're the lighthouse. It gives them permission to kind of look and see where's other things that could be a little more glitter or more gold, a little bit more to venture to see the grass is greener on the other side. That's all right. I can venture because I know when I come back, they still gonna be there. The lighthouse is still gonna be there, so I can go out there and venture. This is the heart of the matter. Okay, so now also with you, this is twofold. You're figuring, hey, maybe I might want to go out and look and see if all this glitters gold. What's happening on the other side? What's happening? Is the grass actually greener on this other side? Maybe I might want to venture there too. So this is something that's really saying, really truly looking at the value of stuff too. That's a third thing that's happening. I'm getting picking up variance layers to this too. So there's also a look and seeing as far as, again, your value too, due to the past life relationships that you had, that you related to. Okay, so now let's look at how is this moon, because we had this new moon here energies. How is it affecting the divine feminine? Clear. I keep on hearing eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard What you have stored for me, do, 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 is worth fighting for. I keep on hearing that song. Do, 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 is worth fighting for. So some they want you to start fighting. You need to fight for it. Something you have not seen yet, according to spirits and source. You haven't seen. They want you to start looking at the bigger picture. Okay. All right. And they say end of a tough cycle approach. We have a lot of the karmic cycles they've been saying has been ended. Those hard lessons have been ended. I feel from my own personal experience that a lot of this stuff that we had signed up because we felt like we had to finish up either past experiences or relationships that we had or past life things again too. Had played out in some kind of way within that goes back to past life experiences that we felt like we've got to finish out, like karmic things, and we feel like, okay, I got to do this because last life I was X, Y, and Z, or I had to do this because in the last relationship I wasn't acting right, so now it's my turn. It's Murphy's Law. Now it's coming back on me, so now I got to pay. Or this is what I signed up for. Karmically, these hard lessons, so I can be able to learn. Those cycles are now cycling out, and so this is what's causing you to now to start looking at things around you and really see their value again. Is it really all this glitter? Is it truly gold that's there, or is it a lot of people around you that's masking themselves? That's another thing that's coming up too as well. So they want you to look at the bigger picture instead of looking very narrow at some things too as well. What are you currently, divine feminines? What are you all looking as far as the connection? Clear. What's going on with the connection? How are you looking at it? What's your viewpoint about it? Ooh, got several of them. Oh, got one is divine truth. Let's see what this is talking about. Oh. Okay, woo! So you know it's a conflict here. This almost goes back to looking like almost like my dream. It's a conflict here. Let me see. I can make it focus. Can I make it focus? Okay. So there's a conflict here. We got 6 when it comes to love. You feel as if right now it's going to take some effort of the divine masculine to do this. You feel again that he's got to be in a place where he's helping you to gain understanding because he's holding your foot. Also understand that he's got orange on, so he's got that sacral energy. Understanding he's got to make things manifest, and he's got to truly have a healthy connections, healthy relationships at this point. And he's got blue on at the top. It's not a blue, it's a blue of the manifestation. That's that one that's found right here. This is a real like spiritual making things manifest too. You feel like within yourself that when it comes to you, you're going to have communications too as well. I see yellow here, so this is solar plexus standing in your power. Those are the 2 things in order to kind of create this balance. But it's interesting that the way that he is leaning towards you, so he's got to kind of lean your way. A lot of times the divine masculine energies here have really been upright, but this way it's like, you're gonna have to kind of come my way on this connection thing here. Lean towards me. I can't be leaning towards you. That's where the conflict is. Okay, this is where you want for that. You're also saying that the other conflict again, that goes back to my dream. You've been bending over backwards. Okay, you feel a lot of divine feminist feel when it comes to connections. You've been bending over backwards. There has not been an even polarity of energies of how this thing has been used between you and the divine masculine. Those things there. So this is what when you think of the connection, that's got to be dealt with. This is your confidence. This is your ego. I see the ego kind of walking away, and that's interesting. It's on the divine masculine side, but he's got his tail. So to me, it's down. It's not out and really in full, like beautiful splendor and glory is down. So to me, that's saying that the ego, that part is like, I got my tail down like a dog, which is like down, it's like humility of the ego. The ego has got to walk away. from this. That can also be, like I say, confidence as well there. So he's got to, let's look at the positive, the negative, and the positive polarity. The positive to his ego, understanding that, again, to be in his confidence. Okay, you don't need to take all that bolstering, like, and being proud like a peacock and overdoing it to say, hey, look at me. The other negative way is, again, like I said, getting rid of the ego too, and finding some humility in there as well. So this is where he is. This is what's going on as far as with the connection there that you feel. How the divine feminine is feeling together. Let me look over here. Surrender. Are you starting to feel nauseous? Okay, Mimi say her notification didn't go off. Other people said that theirs did. Okay. All right. What else is being said in here? It's crazy because Mariah Carey, Lead the Way, kept coming to me by being channeled to me last night. Okay. Okay. Anybody else says something? That's from Ethereal. Okay, so how is the divine feminine feeling? The divine feminine collective. How are we feeling? There we go. Okay, right now we feel encouraged. Okay, that to me could go two ways. We got a masculine there. That could be your thinking. Your thinking is now getting behind your emotions. Divine feminine is kind of cheering you on, saying, okay, I think right now where we are, we need to take the training wheels off when it comes to finding our love, to be into what we need, to be able to accept that there's nothing to hide. Everything happens to me for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. Giving, receiving the energy of the universe is merciful, and love is what sets me free. So this to me represents this. Love is what sets me free. I'm married to my own soul. So you're ready to take the training wheels off and to actually go at this as far as marrying yourself. Okay, marrying, not marrying, but marrying yourself. Okay. Another thing, again, I can hear the divine master say, don't forget, we're not all bad guys. Some of the divine masculines in their 50s self are happy to cheer you also along with where you actually are, seeing you take the training wheels off and say, hey, I'm going to try this. Okay, I'm going to try this thing called loving of myself and marrying myself in my own soul so I can feel liberated. Okay, so that I heard one of them say, hey, I said, okay, one lonely one. This one's light skinned and tall. Skinny, light skin and tall and skinny. If you got a person that's like that, light skin and tall, got not straight hair. His hair is a little wavy. It's a little wavy. Got nice texture of hair. He can be extremely. He can be either of. Excuse me if I'm using race, but this can help you too as well. He could be a Caucasian. It's got olive skin, but he's tall and skinny. Or he can be one of mixed race, biracial. And he's got that nice wavy grain of hair that's got some waves in it, but he's not straight with the hair. His hair is it's got waves to it. That's the one who said, don't forget me, that the 50 I do, we are cheering you all on. He stood up and said it from the DMs back there. Okay, all right, so that's that. If that's your guy, he's here. Okay, and they're going back here again, talking about trust again. Trust here. Where you feeling like, okay, this is again polarities, bringing together the divine feminine, divine masculine here energies, trusting that we're going to make this connection, trusting that if I make this grand leap, somebody's going to be there to fall. I mean, somebody's not going to be there to fall, but to be caught before you fall. Okay, so you landed. So you're moving into this reliant, interdependent, and certainty right now. This is how you're feeling right now, divine feminines. Okay, nobody spoke up, so that's nobody's guy. Well, you did speak up, so well, whoever, thank you on that one. All right, yeah, I can still, he's still here. He's light skinned. It's like either olive complected and tall, or he's he go both ways. Okay, all right, so here's my new cards here. All right, twin flame journey for Mystic Moon. Okay, so now let's go on. What's going on? Can you give me the finger to post with the divine feminines? What's going on with us? Okay, so right now, understanding that right where we are, it all comes down to timing. This is where we are on this twin flame journey. It's all coming down to timing. This union thing, anything that you want. I'm hearing the song. You just don't get what you want. You get what you need. Some song like that. Is a song like that that's out there? Then I can hear some something played in it. It's like a 60s song that's played back there. It's a 60s song. Do, 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 do. You get what you need. Something like that. That's what it is, whatever it is. They say you ain't gonna get what you want, you're gonna get what you need. Clear. That's where we are right now. Okay, here's my next one, divine feminine healing. What do they want us to deal with as far as healing? Divine feminines, I see this. Awareness. Can you see it? It says, I am aligned with my purpose. When you get aligned with your purpose, this is where we need to, in order to start the healing, is getting aligned with our purpose. And that doesn't go back to, again, as far as the mission. I think really, to be honest with you, we have gotten to the point that divine feminists, we tired of hearing the mission. Us on the journey, we don't want to hear that no more about the mission. The mission right now is to find your bliss. Guess what? And when you find your bliss, understand that, again, love is what sets you free, as this card says. Everything else is going to follow behind that. Okay, so your purpose right now is to what, I hear my famous song, if it makes you happy. So if it makes you happy, this is what we're following. That is what your purpose is right now. So if it makes you happy to sit there and wait for the divine masculine, and I'm not saying it in a derogatory way, if you say right now, this is where my happiness is right now. I feel within the DNA of the core of my being, he's on his way back. That makes me happy. Do it. If you feel in the core of your DNA, it's like, I can't sit here and wait. I'm going to go on ahead and do my thing and go follow what makes is love for me, because that frees me. Then follow that. That's your purpose. Okay, there is no right. See, where we're getting on this journey thing is that we're thinking it's a clear right and wrong. And when CPN told me about grace, and I looked it up and I watched the video on that, the man was saying in so many words, and that was very good wording. And again, we're so busy, or if we're going to do it right or we're going to do it wrong in God's eyes or source's eyes right now, you know. And I tell all my clients and even my twin flame friends that just do it. And if it's going to be wrong, guess what? So it's going to do an auto correct. It's going to correct you just like the phone and say, that wasn't right. Just like I did something with the divine masculine. I say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. I say, and if it's wrong, he'll tell me. And that next following day, the source told me, I didn't give you the okay for that. Say, okay. So, I mean, it was really drastic. It was like a slap, pow, okay, all right. It was a Batman to Robin slap, snap, but I was like, okay, well, we won't be doing that no more. You know, I know we scared of the impact, but how we gonna learn? That's the same thing, just like this. How's she gonna learn to be on this bike unless it falls? Then she know, okay, well, next time when I do it, next time when I do it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, maybe I need to be a little more straight as I go. Maybe I don't need to pedal so fast. Maybe I got to watch my distribution of my alignment back again, where they say when I align, my awareness as I'm on the bike. I mean, that's the only way we can be able to learn. Again, this is Earth. I say this is my famous thing. I need to get a t-shirt on it with a big old globe of Earth. This is Earth. This is teachable planet. You're going to always learn. That's how you're going to grow. That same thing just as a teacher. We know that. In order for you to do that, you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to get some F's on the paper so you can know, okay, next time I know that ain't the answer on the test and she give me that again, I got to find something else to do. We can't be scared to make, and I think some of us want to be pretty perfect in this. There is no perfection in this. That's the problem about it. I got a confirmation. There's no perfection in this. Just go ahead and just jump on out there. That's why I call it fool's journey. Just jump out there and try. That's the only way that you'll know. And we keep on saying in source's eyes, the source says, sometimes I'm behind you, say, just do it. I'm the one that gave you the idea to do it. But you the one that's scared. I'm the one that brought it to you to do that. You're like, nah, that can't be it. I know source ain't told me to do that. And so it's like, I did. If I brought it to you, yes, that was it. You have to check. That's why I said we've got to get to the point that we are so in tune with our heart to know if it's right or wrong. It, like I said, allow, just like the phones do. Where you think the phone, where you think the phone Apple got it? Got it from Source? Source is the one that came out with autocorrect. So I say, I'm the one that gave it to them. So don't you think that if you do something wrong, I'm gonna find a way to autocorrect you and get you back on track the way it is? Now we don't like it because we're like, well, it took us a long way around when we could have just went the straight route, and it took us 2 steps to get there. With us choosing to go another way that we think is not aligned with it, it might take us 9 steps to get there. But guess what? We're gonna get there. Maybe on the detour of you taking 9 steps, you might find some other things around. Like, oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that exists. Now I found something new dealing with this person. Or I found something new by getting off this job and quitting that job to do this. I found another way. Now, it didn't work out for me in the job, and I found myself coming back to what I first said I was going to do. But I learned something in the process. This is the main thing here. Okay, so we gaining some awareness. This is what they want us to do. And then the next one, okay, I'm seeing my time. And then the next one is, I'm still doing good. I'm on the 40 because I'm getting to the solutions. I'm working this way. Clear. What is this? Is connections for the modern world. This is Mystic Moon. She got a new set of cards out too. And I went out there. I went out there. Well, I guess I went out there. I don't know how I went out there. But anyway, I went out there into the wild internet and seeing the world of the internet, and then I went and caught me them cards that I've seen that was floating out there in the internet. Anyway, hey sister, hey Les, hey TG, hey, all right then. So here we go. Dormant. Okay. So now, some of us think here is a little bit, there's some movement, but I'm interested that she's looking with this eye. I don't know why. I'm thinking like hibernation. Hold on a second. I want to get an idea with something. Let's see. No, not that one. Okay, let me look. I want to stop. Having normal or physical functions suspended or slowed down for a period of time in or as if in a deep sleep, temporarily inactive or inoperative. That goes back to, that's why I wanted to see, because sometimes it kind of helps me to stroke up something. Right now, we are in a vacuum. I think I said that last time I had the Divine Feminine talk with you all, and I said right now it's nothing going on because we're in a vacuum and we getting like prepared. It's always like that famous Bible verse that I like where it said, God will put you into a cliff, he'll hide you. And I think it was, I can't remember, and it's still my favorite, but I still can't remember who it was that he hid in there. And it's like he kept on asking the source to be able to see him. And he was like, no, I'm just going to let you see the back of me, just the glory of me. Because if I see the whole, or if you see the whole me, I'm going to blow your mind. So say true. So right now, you being in the vacuum, you being protected right now. You don't know what's happening. And this is good. This is like almost being, they're showing me, like you being in a lab, like a science lab. This is a time where you can be able to create. You'll create you, the new you, the whatever, until you feel like you want to step out and say, okay, I'm finished with my creation. Almost like, well, not the mad scientist like Frankenstein, but you are in the process of birthing a new you right now. And I talked about that Saturday too. And so when you're in the process of doing that, things seems like right now, it's always quieted before the storm, or it's always quiet before something great starts to be created. This is exactly where you are. So there's some inactivity right now. And for some of you all, it's making you a little nervous. Okay, because it's like, I don't see nothing going on. When you don't see nothing going up, when they say when there's nothing, God is up to something. What's the saying? How does it go like that? Hey, Manic Carrot. Manic Carrot. Okay, so when you know when you don't hear nothing, God is up to something. Source is doing something. Okay. And so when you like that and it's a quiet time, you say, goody, let me go on to the drawing board and let me start doing things with myself, start working on some projects, getting better with myself. Or before this one, because this 1221 portal is going to have that vacuum. Second time I dropped it. It's going to have that vacuum right now effect, because it's stirring up, it's getting ready. Some of us have a lot of ascension signs, things of that nature, and this is where we actually are. So they were letting you know right now, in order to kind of get in the flow with this vacuum and what's going on, they want us to understand, just keep moving forward, okay? Keep moving forward, especially in your emotions, divine feminine, or in your divine feminine energies, or being who you are, okay? Because this is where you are. She's got the staff here, so this is like Neptune. That's that Neptune energies too. That's Neptune, okay? Dealing with that, especially moving forward, have that Neptune energies working on your side too. And then keep on in that, understand, keep on moving in the flow is again about your future. That was interesting today, even in class. We were doing a meditation that was talking about for the kids to start thinking about the future. How would the future be? Spirit also had directed me to also do something about the future. Sit down and just write that down. How would the future look? You know, how would I want that to be? And this is a good time. I know a lot of times we do that, especially at the end of the year. We try to set our intentions as far as what the 2021 is going to be like as well. So like moving forward, so you can really have that. Maybe it's time for you to go visit back at that vision. And I had you all do a vision one time, or maybe that was in the Sunshine Circle, but I had them do a vision statement. And I had them also do a mission statement too as well. You know, maybe you had your vision statement. I mean, your mission statement. You can say how you visualize yourself as far as your being in the world is too. Okay. So now, in the energies, we got the Page of Wands. We got it. This to me, when I see that's that energy I was just talking about earlier again. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Now she tossing it. She just throwing it up there. The action. She's making the action, but she's tossing up there. Of course, you wanted her to make sure that it lands, but this here, this action here, this is a lot of probability. The chances that's at play with this. The wind. Anything could come along, can knock that out, that it won't exactly land in her hand. But she's still taking a chance to do it. Okay. So this is the energy. Page, very, you know, it's small, it's not well developed yet, but we in the stages of understanding that we've got to make some type of action. Understanding our high priestess, this is the actions that we deal with too. They want us to get into that high priestess, that higher form of really that spirituality, really allowing the downloads to shift and to create change around you. Understanding that we got to get rid of divine feminine deeds, letting this thinking be the directive or the guide for us in our boat, this carrying us on this journey, especially when it comes to our emotions. We got our baggage with us, knowing she looks sad, you know, she's not really in that energy of that go-getterness. And it's just like, okay, I'm just going to kind of just let the energies of my negativity guide me and take me to where I want to go. That's not going to work. So we got the wheel here, understanding that we got to create that balance, but we also got to be the ones who's going to create that action, to create that wheel to actually change from what goes up must come down. So this thing, you wanted to move around and you wanted to make that shift. You are the one that has to do that too. She's got this dice here. I keep on talking about this word. They keep on telling me about these chances and probability. You got to take a chance. You got to be a risk taker, divine feminine as well too. Have this sense of community. 3 of Cups. This is all coming together to me. This is always unity to me again. Spirit, soul, and body. To me, when I see the 3 of Cups here, this is within yourself. How you can have your light and your shadow be a way of you create that balance, spirit, soul, and body within yourself, that alignment. That goes back to that awareness card I talked about. I'm aligned with purpose. That too. And you got the stars here. This is your wishes and dreams here as well. And then you got here also your 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. This is getting your actions together, pulling your resources and all your tools and skills and talents and abilities to really come together and focus, focus in alignment, center alignment. That's the word they bring it to me as well. Okay, looking at the thing here. All right then. And so now, what are some things clear, divine feminine, that we're working with? Or these two came up. No, it's three. So they want you to, exactly what you got to do is you're going to have to change the direction. Okay, so whatever way you going, like I said, I've seen the song, what goes up must come down. Do 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 do. You're gonna have to change your direction. Am I this way? I'm sorry, I'm like upside. I could read it, but I put this way. Okay, this is almost like hangman energy with this one. Okay, so you got to change your directions as well. So even in the hangman card, sometimes you turn it upside down. It looks like the person's standing, but they feel like my feet are tied and I can't move forward. Or it can take it the other way where you actually are hanging upside down and you have no forward momentum. You're just stuck right there, just suspended. And that goes back to what they're saying about that dormant, that suspendedness. What are you going to do with the suspended energies that's around you, divine feminines, right now? They say inspired. So you need to do some inspired ideas, some new ideas to deal with the energies that you are in right now. And understand that right now, it's time for you to get into game. Your game strategy is adventure and play. Okay, it's not no more being a victim about what's going on, but you being able to take control of things. Okay, so clear. What is it again that your shadow, the work that you got to work with, divine feminines here? We got two of them here. You got to work with this forgetting oneself. This is the time where now, just like that bicycle, ain't no bicycle built for two. It's a bicycle built for one that you were riding on here. And the divine master was on outside cheering you along. Okay. So again, this forgetting oneself, it makes you master your emotions, not truly becoming who you are in a situation. Plus, it's also making your crown chakra be overactive too as well. But you know what? It seems like when I looked at this, reminds me of L'Oreal or a L'Oreal that you will have around your head that claims victory. But it is, again, you are a champion, but you got to get into that mindset of knowing that. And some of us divine feminists, again, some of our shadows is we got to work with this. We got to fix this anger and chains that's going on here. Because again, they go that line again here. Again, the ego, rather. This is represented by a lion instead of peacock like last time. You got to get some courage about things. You're going to have to exit things out. You're going to have to look in the mirror. Some things got to be shattered about this image that you have about yourself as well. You got to kind of look at what things you stand for, because that remind me of the symbol on the coat of arms as well. And then because I watch Mulan, which is interesting too, what she's talking about for faith and honor and all that stuff and devotion to family. Watch how she leaves here, things that's got to fall apart. That's something, that energies that you got to deal with too as well. I'm in an hour, so I got 8 more minutes. I'll do an hour. So those of you also, you know where I'm hanging to, or where I'm going to. Okay. So next thing, as far as our divinity, so because I give you the keys, that's my point here. I give you what's the problem, and I have to give you the solution. That's my contract with Source. Okay, clear. So we got divine, feminine, masculine energies, and your divinity you need to deal with. Here we go. Boundaries, healthy boundaries. This makes sense to me when I look at this. It's like I gotta guard my future at all costs, because she's got this sword here. So it's like I got the future in my hands. I know where I'm going, but also in order for me to know that and protect my future, I got to also remember that I have to have healthy boundaries. Okay, that's what Source wants you to get into. Understand these healthy boundaries. This is where we are in order for us to have that future that we really want. Okay, all right, doing good for time. All right then. So now, what's the life changes clear that we got to go through? Hey, Laura, yes. Thank you, Kelly. Life changes, the decisions that we're making. We've got to get into that. We've got to find ways in which it helps us to have. It's got that sacred again. That's about the boundaries again, too, as well. Understand we got to have us stand in our power, and then from that point on, letting spirit filtrate for that, and that's going to help us to stay in our heart space. Keep the faith. To me, this is almost the same thing, just like you riding the bike, you know, because you got to keep the faith while you're riding the bike, because you might fall off too. So again, all this purple, that in your crown chakra will give you the downloads about how things are happening and occurring, you know, again, like dreams or actually by synchronicities and things that you actually are seeing. That's the way you can do that too. What things you need to surrender is divine feminine and this energies, if this is you. They'll talk about collectively. Clear, and this is mostly the majority of you on here. This is who I'm tapping into. Okay, well, we got to surrender. Woohoo, we got quite a bit. This is a storybook. Oh my God. This sounds right. And don't shoot the messenger. This is the message. We got to surrender resentment. Okay, some of us feel like we're vulnerable. Our protection is gone. Holding on to resentment only poisons you. Try to figure others. Got 2 notifications on that one. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. That again could be childhood wounds, things that have been happened to childhood, things that happened to you in relationships in the past. This could also include yourself and the DM or your one who's the explorer. Those are the things that you got to forgive. Also, they want you to do surrender to the wisdom of your body. I watched somebody was talking about saying, again, these aches and pains is coming in these bodies. Please make sure you are Googling up that, because that's a good sign to tell you about some things that you probably got to deal with. Again, if it's your stomach, something you're not digesting about, something the spirit keeps on telling you about it, but you're not getting the understanding that it's not the intake of it. Okay. If you got something, feet problems, that means you're understanding something about your understanding about the situation. You might have to, or some situation you need to kind of look at. I mean, you know, it's so many things like that. Kidneys, teeth, something about losses, kidneys about control, you know, all of those different kind of things you have to look at. So follow the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Okay. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Okay, you know, if it's chime that is divine, understand you got to surrender to success. I think a couple of us divine feminists is a little scared. Now I include myself about success. Success kind of scares you a little bit, like successful riding that bike all the way. You know, it's like, no, I might fall because I feel like I need the divine master or I need somebody to encourage me. You know, that. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Taking a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. You might have to find yourself spending some time in nature that you're going to be able to empower you. Divine feminines too, if you be able to do that, because that's a way for you to get in touch with Gaia, the energies, especially us being in the house all the time. Clear, we don't have that really that pipeline to really help us to be in tune. As well. Some things that we're destined once we do get this underneath our belt. Some more adventures, a change, and this is like a merry-go-round here too. Again, all that round and round. Whatever that round and round to go, it comes up again. Flexibility, this is back again. Understand some things got to fall away, but at the same time, we got to be like that tiger. We got to have the eye of the tiger again. It is the eye of the tiger. We're ready to fight. Okay, that part. And it keeps on telling us about relaxation. Do the work, relax. Ascend, rest. Ascend and rest. Get on the bike and rest. Push yourself and rest. Those are the things that we have there too. Understand, what's the whispers of love? What does the universe want us to whisper when we talk about love? Clear. To ourselves. What is it? Stop. This is from the Divine Masculine. What does the Divine Masculine want to say to you? Love who you are. It says you are a divine and wonderful person deserving all the wonderful things that life has to offer. Okay, so that's what he wants you to know, to go on ahead. That's his message of love to you while you're going through these energies. Go ahead and find your bliss and understand that you are the wonderful person. This is a message from the universe. Clear. Okay, woo, got two cards. Ooh, I put this. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. This is what the universe wants you to know. There's a stream of love supporting your dreams. So go after them. And the universe works fast when I'm having fun. That's why I told you, go after your bliss. Girls just wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have. That's all they really want. Just fun. Whatever. But you know what? That makes it fun. Oh, girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have. Okay, I just wanna have fun. All right. And the relationship card, ooh, got two of them. And that's the end. Let me see what they're saying. Oh, wow. Okay. Whee! Okay. I have control of the vibration I offer. Once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you're in the vortex. And once you get in there, now you are a cooperative component. Now you get to rendezvous with all of the good stuff that you have put there, and you can train yourself there. You can do it in a day. You have control of everything that rendezvous with you when you get control of the vibration that you offer. And you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. That goes back to my dream where I said about in driver's seat and divine masculine was trying to put me in the sexual position I wasn't comfortable in. And I said, no, we're going to do it where I feel comfortable. And now we can ride. Okay. That's what we talk about. And I don't have to be just divine masculine. That could be anything that's trying to get control of you. And the number on this one is the number 11. Interesting. This one is 36. My imagination attracts all cooperative relationships. Okay. The universe and all physical and non-physical players in it, it is responding to vibrations that you are offering. Okay, is that the same one? Yeah, oh, this is another one. Oh my God. So there go about that offering. Okay, vibration that you are offering. And no distinction is made between vibrations that you offer as you observe and vibrations that you offer as you imagine. If you will simply imagine your life as you want it to be, all cooperative components will be summoned. And even more important, all components that are summoned will cooperate. It is law. The experience you have with others is about what you invoke for them. Hi, Victoria Martin. All right, then. So that was a good one. I think that was a nice powwow for the divine feminines to really just go after your purpose, to go after, again, what you love, understanding that some of us, that these past life relationships is playing a part to make us really truly see what things is really of value. Let's put it in our lives. So what glitter means. Glitter means your value. And so this is where we actually are right now in things and looking at things. And the divine masculine stepped in too. Probably on tomorrow I'll take, well, tomorrow's Thursday. Okay, so tomorrow I'll take a look at the divine masculine. Today I did the divine feminine. I wanted them separately because I kept on feeling the divine feminine was speaking to me and wanted to say, because I feel it, and I put myself in there too. It's a point where we are, it's like we kind of like on the fence on some things. And so we need to be guided right now to just kind of really just go into the flow. And if we get into the flow, we'll know. Okay, we don't need to kind of push it at this point, because we just need to allow for source to go ahead there. But we need to have a definite idea as to where we want to go. I think it's no more kind of just being bounced around as to where you want to go. They telling you, you got to have that future in your hand. You got to get a handle on it. What do you actually want to see for yourself when it comes to your connection and creating this union? Because we keep on hearing people talk about this 1221 is like right around the corner. And so now it's getting to the point that's asking us, okay, well, 1221 is right around the corner. I got to get, as TGJ said, I got to get ready, get ready, get ready. And right now I'm being led that, again, if you're at that point where you don't know exactly where you want to go, just aim for having union with self. If nothing else, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. It said that you cannot go wrong. If you're aiming for union for yourself, you cannot go wrong. in that. Because again, like I said, source just brought me to things. Say we're auto corrected. You might have to make a little detour, and you might get there a little longer than what you probably had intake yourself of doing. But that's what you're going to have to do. So again, this is a teacher plan, and we can't be afraid to make any moves at all at this point. All right then, people. You are so welcome. Yes, cuz my masculine is acting crazy. Okay. I just found out I'm pregnant at the second time with my masculine, and now he's really acting crazy. Yeah, so right now it's just really for you to just really focus in on self. I would also ask Spirit is telling me to tell you also look and see where some kind of way you going crazy about it. Where is it in you that you're a little kind of off centered about? Ooh, this is the wrong card. About the whole ordeal. It ain't just him. We can't keep on flopping it on them. That is something we are not mirroring, but either we're mirroring the same or we counter mirroring each other about it. So just kind of sit down and see where that is, where that's coming from, as far as with him, as far as this baby thing. But congratulations on that too, as well. So you got one of the star seeds. So we know this one is coming in with a real strong purpose as to what it needs to do for the universe. Spirit said he'll come around eventually. And not to put your business out on blast. It's some kind of auspicious situation that this is coming around that he's kind of like on a little kind of iffy on. Because this is what I'm kind of picking up on. And some other reasons around it why he ain't happy, like saying joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy about that. Okay, so I don't know what that is. It's something's going on behind it why he can't really freely express himself with that thing. So if you want me to kind of tap into it, hit me up and go to divineunisols11.co where my thing at. And then I can delve in and look into it a little bit more. But this is what I'm picking up from him. Say it's some other reasons why. Look like he said he's happy, but it's some other things around it why he can't really truly be in the energies of being celebratory about the situation. So hit me up so I can look into that for you. Okay, Victoria. All right. Okay, then I done got all these other cards. See, that's why I like to talk to you all at the same time, because y'all help me hurry up and get and clean up these cards at the same time. All right, then. Remember, always click like and share and subscribe to this one. I'll be on. I don't know what time I'll be on tomorrow. I might be on earlier. But look and see again. Check on there. I wish that they were a little bit more consistent on YouTube. As well, but hey, you know, it is what it is. That's the system of things. And so what is this card? That's the system of things. And so, you know, hey, I try to play with YouTube to their algorithms, and sometimes I can't do it. I can't go to their system. You can get into this stuff. So I guess they say here come one of these rebels with a cause on his you know, on that one. So again, it would be nice if they would play fair as far as how they do that, you know, with their algorithms, but it is what it is. All right, then, I'm not saying anything bad or good. So again, if I say positivity, the message gets to the people that need to. I had somebody from Turkey, so I thank God for that they had gotten that information. Okay. Okay, if you want to read it from me, you just go to divineunisols11.co, you hit book, and then it's going to put you on my website that I do my online booking with. So VisiBook. So for you, it depends on what you want. If you want me just to check into your energies, like I did here, that's a 30-minute reading. Or you want me to check into divine masculine energies, just talk to him and see what going on in his mind. That's one. Now, if you want me to look into yours and his, into the connection, that's another type of reading. I got that there too. And then if you want me to check into yours, his, and the karmic issue situation, I got readings for that too as well. So you just have to tell me, you know, which direction do we want me to go. in with the divine masculine only, or the divine feminine energies only, or do you want me to look at both you all's connection together, or do you want me to look at you and you all's connection and if it's a third party energies that's at play? Let me know. So you go to divineunisouls11.co for that as well. Okay. Wow, you had 2 dreams about the DM haven't been on my mind, so I think I've been called in energetically. You probably have. We getting close to that 1221. Portal T. Okay, no communication with neither, but dreams about both. Well, that is communication. That's still 5D communication. I say just like my DM say that still is. Spirit is more realer than the 3D. I was like, okay, all right then, grasshopper. Okay, then is that, so that is communication, and that's more realer. This is true. That is communication. All right. Okay, I helped y'all meet me. Okay, all right, great. I'm glad. All right, then you all. So just stick by. Make sure that you do click like and share and subscribe to the channel. And that will help you. So again, energetically, when you do that, you become a part of the sunshine circle, and then I can be able to read collectively and get a little bit more closer to what's going on as far as your vibe. All right, then. As always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, namago. Mwah. Love you. All right, until next time. See ya.